Hello everyone, welcome to the demo session for the cloud-based user-centered time offset interaction application. My name is Wahib Kamran and I'm one of the authors for this demo paper. I've been working on this project for almost a year now as a software engineer as part of my final year undergraduate capstone project, as well as my post graduate practical training program at New York University, Abu Dhabi. I am accompanied by my wonderful colleagues, Tyeece Hensley, Kertu Koss, Armaan Agrawal, under the guidance of Alberto Chierici, Professor Goffredo Puccetti, Professor Erin Collins, and under the supervision of Professor Nizar Habash. So before I actually dive into the demo, I'd like to give a brief overview of what exactly a time offset interaction application, or a TOIA as we like to call it, and as you can see on your screens, is. So you can think of these systems as applications that simulate face-to-face conversations with individuals who have previously recorded relevant video utterances of themselves. Another way to think about it could be a question answer mechanism whereby you record a TOIA of yourself, which is basically a bunch of video clips of you answering particular questions. And then subsequently, if an interactor or an interrogator wants to talk to your TOIA, they can ask those questions to your TOIA, and the video clips will be played in response, giving an impression of a live conversation being taken place without the need for the other person being present all the time in a time offset manner. Um, Through this system, you can basically be connected to millions of individuals all over the world, anywhere at any point in time. And you have the ability to know their stories, get to know histories, and basically keep a record of your own different experiences through making a TOIA of yourself. So what you're viewing right now is the development build of the application. The actual system is currently in private beta mode. It has been deployed to Google Cloud and is being rapidly user tested before it's actually pushed or deployed to production and is available to the general public to use. But this very development build right there that I'll be demoing today is the first major step in establishing TOIAs as the next big thing in the world of social media and as the next big social network of our time. So yeah, I'll just mention a few technical details about this system and then walk you through the process of how you can go about using this system. So the TOIA application is divided into two major components. One is the recorder, which allows you to record a TOIA of yourself. And one is the player, in which you can actually talk to different TOIAs that have been recorded. The interface that you see right here is coded in React, which is a JavaScript library, while the backend server it is communicating with is an Express-based Node.js server. We used MySQL for our relational database design management system, which handles all our database entries and needs. Um, so this system has two microservices that are communicating with it. First of all is the dialog manager. The dialog manager is the service responsible for fetching the correct video clip in response to the question being asked. It uses Bird's Q2Q retrieval index implemented in Haystack to actually get the correct video file to play in response to the question that the user is asking. The other service that communicates with the system is the question suggester, which is a generative pre-trained model or GPT-2, which basically suggests users the next possible questions that they can record answers to prolong or to actually keep their story going in their respective TOIAs. So with that, I'll now actually dive into the system. The About Us page of the system will give you a brief introduction to what a TOIA is. You can meet the team, which has been a part of this wonderful project and this wonderful and that has made this happen. We have our previous publication links as well as our affiliations, which are the Camel Lab at New York University, Abu Dhabi. So the first step in actually making a TOIA of yourself is creating an account. Once you go to the sign up page, you have the option to enter your details. I'll just create a TOIA of myself in front of you and then subsequently interact with it as well to give you an end-to-end exposure on how the system works. I'll just fill in my details real quick. And I will add a picture of myself. Yeah, and once I will proceed, I'll be taken to my profile page or the My TOIA page as we call it. This is your main landing page of your account. On the left hand side, you can see your streams. Now, you may wonder what exactly is a stream. A stream can be thought of as an album of videos or a collection of videos that serve a particular purpose. Whenever you create an account on TOIA, the default all stream is created, which will house all your video entries that you record. You also have the option to add a particular stream if you want to record a particular experience or talk about a particular aspect of your life. For example, if I want to talk about my student experience at New York University as an undergraduate. So I will click on the add stream button. I'll send in the details that I'd like to create a student stream, which will basically house all my videos where I talk about my student experience. I'd like it to be public. I'll just enter some details. This is my student stream, which talks about my undergraduate experience at New York University, Abu Dhabi. I'll choose a picture of myself, and once I click submit, this new stream will be created. I have the option to navigate that. Now I have two current streams. One is the all stream, which is the default, and one is the student stream. On the right hand side, you can see which is basically an empty set, which will eventually contain all your recorded videos. The 5 question marks that you see have been generated from the simplistic version of the question suggester microservice that is basically suggesting me the first video clips that I can record through the system. So let's just go ahead and record a greeting. Since it's a greeting, the left hand side shows the types of the videos. So I'll just put hello as a type of my video. I would like it to be public, and for now I'll just include it in the all stream, although I do have an option to add it to my student stream as well. The name of my greeting would be hi there. So this will basically be the question that the user asked me, and my recorded video would be the response that is played when the user asked my TOIA this question. So now I'll be recording the video of myself. Hello, it's really nice to meet you. So as you can see, through an automatic speech-to-text translator, a video clip of mine was recorded, as well as the transcription of it that can be used as an answer. I have the option to save the video, which will essentially take me to a pop-up. Hello, it's really nice to meet you. Which will show me the video that I've recorded along with the various information of it. So the type of the video is hello, indicating that it is a greeting. The question being answered is hi there, which is a form of greeting. Privacy settings, I set it to public, and this is my below is my answer, which I have the option to grammatically correct. Um, and lastly, I'll record a thumbnail for the video that I recorded that will be used for my own personal use in my profile page or the My Toya page that I demoed previously. I'll quickly create a thumbnail of myself and I'll save this entry. Once this entry has been saved, I can actually check it by going back to the My Toya page. Um, and here you see that hi there has been recorded as a video clip of myself. And the question suggester has now removed that from its suggested questions and now replaced that with another one. Another important aspect of recording a TOIA are filler videos. Um, Now, what exactly are filler videos? Imagine you're talking to someone while you're asking a question, there's a certain kind of responsiveness that you see from their end. Either they're nodding their head, they're listening to you, or there's some sort of life that's present at that moment. It's really hard to simulate that without filler videos in a virtual environment. So your filler videos can simply be you nodding your head, or you checking your phone, or you looking them in the eye, which will basically be played while the user gets prepared to ask you a question, or even while they are asking you a question, so that a seamlessness can be sort of integrated in the conversation and it doesn't seem disconnected while your Toya is just stuck at one point and the other person is asking you a question, giving an impression that they're talking to a robot or something. So, in order to put life into the conversation, you essentially need to record a bunch of filler videos of yourselves um, that I will demo later on how they come into use when we actually talk to this Toya that we're generating right now. So now I'll record a couple of filler videos of mine. I'll select the type as filler. They should be public. They should be part of my all stream. And the filler videos can simply be me nodding my head or me looking them in the eye or me basically doing anything that I want. So this is an example of the filler video that I recorded. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks good to me. I'll just record a thumbnail real quickly for this. Perfect, and I'll save it. I'll record a few more just so that we can actually see how they come in handy later. And in this one, I'm actually looking at my phone. Okay, let's see how this looks. Looks great. A quick thumbnail with my phone. No, I'm not taking a picture of myself. And I'm saving it. I'll just record one more filler video. That was a nice long stretch. Okay, we're good with the filler videos, and now to the actual question answering videos. I'll go back to my profile page. All these filler videos have been recorded, and now I'll record a couple of questions that have been generated from the question suggester, and then a couple of questions that I come up on my own. So let's just go with, do you have any siblings for now? The question has already been inputted in the question field. It is an answer because I'll be responding to it. It should be public. Yes, I have a younger brother. Let's see how this looks. Yes, I have a younger brother. Looks good to me. That was a sign of a younger brother. And then I will save this. I'll go back. I'll select another videos, another question to answer. Let's go with, do you have any hobbies? Public answer. I'm a huge fan of sports and I love playing table tennis whenever I get the time. I'm a huge fan of sports and I love playing table tennis whenever I get the time. That's great. A thumbnail, saving it as a video clip. And let me just put my own question for now. What is your favorite movie? Answer is public. My favorite movie of all time is Inception. So as you can see, the speech to text does get a bit glitchy at times, but no worries, we have the option to modify our recorded answer. My favorite movie of all time is Inception. There you go. A thumbnail and then record. Now, if I go back to the My Toya page, I will see that I have a bunch of videos of myself. I have three answers, I have a greeting, and then I have three filler videos that I've recorded. I think this should be sufficient in actually showing you all how to interact with a Toya, which we'll be doing now. So once you've recorded these video clips of yourselves, they will form your TOIA that the general public or the user can use to interact with you or ask you particular questions about yourself. I intentionally kept this in the all stream because they were general questions about my life, but I can obviously record videos in the student stream as well, which will talk about particular aspects of my student experience or any specific accounts of my life can be recorded through adding different streams. So my all stream houses all these videos for now. Now, if I want to interact with a Toya of myself, I'll go to the Talk to Toya page from the nav bar. Here you can see our wonderful team has recorded different Toyas of them along with the different streams. But what I'm interested in is talking to my all stream. So once I click on my picture, I'll be redirected to the player, which will basically allow me to ask questions to my previously recorded Toya that I just demoed a while back. And this will basically elaborate more on the functionality of the filler videos as well as how the question is being fetched and being displayed so that the conversation seems like a conversation, like a real virtual conversation being taken place between two individuals without the need for the other person to actually be there. So let's just go ahead and interact with the Toya that I created of myself. Hello, hello. Hello, it's really nice to meet you. What are your hobbies? I'm a huge fan of sports and I love playing table tennis whenever I get the time. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have a younger brother. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time is Inception. So, as you saw, this is how an interaction with the Toya goes. Once you click on the Toya you want to interact with, a bunch of filler videos keep on playing subsequently until you complete your sentence of the question, which is then used by the dialogue manager, which uses word q to q retrieval index to find the best possible match for the answer, which is then played back to the user as we just saw, and then the filler videos continue up until the point another question is received. And yeah, this is how an end-to-end use case of a Toya system looks like. You record your own Toya and you interact with the pre-recorded Toyas that are on the system. The details of the technical aspects of the system, as well as the services used, the backend server, the question suggester interface, as well as the dialogue manager, and all of their details are mentioned on the paper. So you can look into the paper, the demo paper, the link to which we'll send in the chat below for further clarification. So yeah, this is where the time offset interaction application system stands. It's a user-based system hosted on the cloud, hence the name, the cloud-based user-centered time offset interaction application. Thank you so much for being a part of the demo with me. Now I'll open the floor to questions. You can basically send the questions on the SIGDIAL Slack channel or mention it in the chat, or basically feel free to unmute yourself and speak the question out loud. I can record a few more videos if you want me to, as well as interact with um, other Toyas for you to get more clarity on how this process works. But this was the gist of what we have developed so far, and hopefully, we'll be able to push it to production very soon so that it can be used by the general public. And millions and thousands of people can then record their stories, and then subsequently, everyone can interact with them. Just a reminder that if you want to be one of our beta testers, feel free to submit the form that is mentioned in the chat, and we'll go through the account approval process and give you access to the system so that you're one of the first people to actually um, test the system and provide us with any constructive feedback, which we can then integrate before making this live. Thank you so much once again for being a part of this demo. And yeah, the floor is all yours. I'm all up for questions. Thank you.